Folks, we're going to keep it moving right along. This next guest is a dear baby boyfriend of mine. First and foremost, I love this guy. We run a mic together on Monday nights. He is an actor and comedian extraordinaire. He hails from Levittown, Long Island. Give it up right now for Andrew Barlow.
Hell yeah, dude, that song fucking rocks, dude. What's up, dude? Hey, you guys doing drugs? Anybody doing drugs? Like cocaine? Anybody? I'm looking. Anybody doing weed? Huh? Weed? Huh? Anybody doing ketamine? Huh? Boy, that drug makes me feel more like nice. Am I right? Hell yeah, dude. Nah, I don't do drugs. I don't do drugs. Not for lack of trying. Not for lack of trying. Just not. I'm not getting offered any drugs, which makes sense. I wouldn't offer me drugs either. I'm giving cop. You know what I mean? I'm giving knock, right? I'm giving your dad who says it's okay for you to smoke in the garage, but he's actually pretty mad you're smoking in the garage. It's kind of a test. It's kind of a test. Hey, fellas, let me talk to the fellas real quick. You guys hear that if a guy is hearting someone's stories, it means he's trying to fuck? Because I just found out. And here's the thing, somebody's got to tell my dad. That dude is hearting all of my stories, okay? He's clap reacting to everything I post, bro. And it's like, Dad, you had me at I'm your father. I will fuck that man. He is gorgeous Italian guy. I got deaf parents. My parents are both deaf. People sometimes can get nervous about that. And I think it's because they're like thinking about like, oh my God, what if one day I was deaf and I couldn't hear, right? Which makes sense. Like change is scary, bro. But like my dad has been deaf his whole life, right? So it would be pretty scary if one day he woke up and could hear all of a sudden, right? He wouldn't be like, oh, this is awesome, the birds, right? He'd be like, what the fuck is going on? Oh my God! Hey, I know it's my first day, but what's this Drake Kendrick beef, huh? Topical. Sign language is my first language. I've only ever had one girlfriend. That's the sentence, right? I've only ever had one girlfriend. Right? Nah, dude, I've had way more than one. Way more than one. But I have only ever had one try to learn sign language. Right? And she was talking to my dad one time. She was like, I'm trying, I'm learning. But she didn't realize in sign language there's like parameters to how you speak, and the size you do your sign indicates your emphasis and tone. So what she ended up saying to my dad was, I'm trying, I'm learning, get off my fucking back, guy! I love you, boy! It's like a miscommunication, you know? A lot of people will be like, Andrew, your comedy, it's so loud. Yeah, no one ever told me to shut the fuck up, you know? I didn't have that growing up. Sometimes people will come up to me and they'll be like, oh my God, your parents are deaf. I learned sign language in college. And they'll start doing the alphabet. It's like, what are you doing, dude? You're showing me letters? I know those, bro. I learned that like the first week, dude. That's like me walking up to a Spanish speaker and being like, hey, what's up with that double L, dude? That shit makes a Y sound? Oh, Esta Yoko, bro. Here's the thing. So I am a child of deaf adults, right? I'm a CODA. That's the acronym. I am a CODA, but I'm also a comedian, right? You know, I'm a CODA and I'm a comedian, but I'm not a CODA comedian. A CODA I'm not. That's not what I do. I don't do that. I do that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. They didn't know I was gonna do that. Yeah. So is it cool if I talk about some other stuff? We get a little silly. Is that cool with you guys? Cool. Yeah. Because I'm working on a half hour for Disney Plus, so I want to and some stuff by you guys. I just got into Sundance. Thanks. Yeah. Oh, sorry. The father-son dance. My dad picked me out of all three boys to go to the father-son dance. Gonna be pretty cool. Boogie, same suits. I did just write a pilot. Yeah. My buddy, he works for JetBlue. He loves letters and planes, dude. All right. Comedy is mostly lying. So, a lot of my friends will say to me like, Andrew, you eat too much pizza. But one of my friends is like, Andrew, my best customer, another pie for one. Yeah. Hey, what are they teaching kids in schools these days, huh? What are they teaching them? It used to be 1, 2, 3, A to Z, and now it's just A24. Like that one? I'm gonna be vulnerable with you guys. I want to admit something because we're in Brooklyn. I am biphobic. I am biphobic. I'd much rather say hello. Hey, can I say something? I think a lady's place is in the kitchen, okay? Sitting on the counter telling me how she wants her eggs. I'm making us breakfast, queen. Salt, pepper, a dash of love, you know. Did you guys hear they're calling it Uranus now? They're calling it Uranus. Back in my day, we called it Stinky Butthole Planet. Okay, that's how. Weezer, more like, please, sir, I'm loving the self-titled work. Okay? Speaking of music, aliens, ants, farms, what's there not to love? Simon asked me to do these ones. All right, I'll leave you guys with this. I got 3 nephews now. I got 3 nephews. I love them a lot. I like them. They're cool. No, they're great. But hanging out with them it's kind of like that movie 3 Men and a Baby, except it's 3 babies and one guy who's definitely not providing for them. But I like them. But they FaceTime me a lot. And the other day, my sister FaceTimed me while she was giving my nephew Logan a bath. And while we're on this FaceTime, Logan started playing with his little baby boy wiener, right? Listen, if I had to see it, you have to imagine it, okay? And he's doing that, and she goes, Logan, cut it out or I'm gonna chop your hands off. Right? Scars the kid. It's gonna scar the kid. Plus, without hands, how's he gonna talk to his grandparents? You know what I mean? Needs those, dude. But I have this dad energy, but I can't say anything. And so what ended up happening is I ended up just being on the FaceTime with my sister, yelling at the boy like I was his little league dad. You know what I mean? Like I was like, Logan, play ball, dude, choke up on it, give it a tug, you know? Just telling this kid to masturbate on the FaceTime. And that's where I'm gonna leave it, guys. Thanks so much.
Great stuff, my man.
Thanks.
Love those.
I definitely ran that light.
Yeah. Did you? I didn't. It's okay. You know, if you practice at the mic, I think we both run our light pretty much consistently. So.
Oh yeah, I think I do 7 minutes. At this mic we host together, we're only supposed to do 3 minutes, and we each will do 5 to 10.
I thought we'd tighten it up for the show.
Yeah. And then at the end of every mic, we're always like, why is this going so long?
Okay, before we got to really get into this.
Okay.
We're both mama's boys.
Yes, big time.
So I would be remiss if I didn't wish you a belated Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, that's what you wish the son a Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah. Well, we did all the hard work.
Yeah, that's true.
Shout out moms everywhere.
Shout them out. Yeah.
This is our mom-themed show, by the way. I just decided.
Okay, cool. I'm on board. We are mama. I just want to say, because I am single, so I am a mama's boy, but not in like a red flag sort of way.
Yeah.
So everything
In
was kosher.
green flag type way.
Yeah, green flag.
Did you celebrate Mother's Day this year?
Yes, I went to, my mom and dad came into the city, and because they're deaf, like, it's hard to get interpreters for show. I noticed there's not one here.
We should have discussed it. You have my number.
This improv show was gonna have one, so I was like, "Oh, come in for Mother's Day. I'll take you out to dinner. We'll come see improv comedy." So they've never seen me do comedy, improv even. So it was like, "Oh, they can finally see what I'm wasting money on taking classes of improv." So they came through. We got Thai food. It was a blast. There was some cool moments. Yeah.
Some cool moments. How was the meal?
Okay, the meal was great. There was a moment my dad was looking at the menu. Because we invited him, he has nothing else going on. There was a moment he was looking at the menu and he like asked me about an item that was twice the price of most items, and I literally went, Father's Day's in June. My God, I had to shut that down. Get an appetizer, okay?
Hell yeah.
And then my mom, a lot of my inspiration for comedy is from my mom. She's a performer. She loves I Love Lucy, physical comedy, stuff like that. And she started doing a bit, which I didn't know she does bits. You know what I mean? She normally just like does like, I fell over this chair, funny joke. But the waiter kept apologizing like every time he passed us. And like I let her know that he keeps saying sorry. And then she started like whenever she this is funny to me. I don't fucking care if you like it. Whenever she bumped into me, she would be like, "Oh, sorry." So I enjoyed that. Yeah.
That's funny. Funny mom, we gotta get her on the show.
I got a funny mom.
If you know her, maybe we could set up a booking.
Oh, a booking. I thought you were just about to ask me to hook you up with my mom.
No, not while your dad's still hanging out.
Yeah.
Okie doke. So I know you're a bit of a fan of comic books, superheroes, etc.
Yeah.
Growing up, I've always been a huge Batman fan.
Okay.
I liked that he didn't have powers. He was kind of scrappy. But now I feel like Batman's, he figured it out. I mean, but here's the deal. But he fought with his fist, and he was a detective.
Yeah.
He didn't need like radioactive materials to do his crime fighting. But over time, I feel like in the discourse, Batman is kind of criticized for being like a rich guy who beats up blue-collar criminals. Do you agree with this narrative?
No, I don't agree with that at all.
So let's
I think anyone who I think that take is tired. I think it's a tired take. It's like, oh, Batman's got a lot of money. What a dick! Like, okay, first of all, he inherited it. Back off. Yeah. But it's just like to me, people who say that, it's like, okay, you haven't read the comic books, like you're not doing the work. You're not doing the work. Like I would never be like, oh man, Taylor Swift needs to give Jake a break. Like I haven't listened to the songs. I don't care to. I'm not gonna comment on that. Right? But like the thing with Batman is he's fighting like most of the criminals have tons of money. And they're like taking advantage.
Oh, they're all rich.
Yeah. Penguin is rich. Joker's got a ton of cash hidden away. Like, or they're like psychopaths. And the other thing, it's just like a tired take, and it's usually like fucking, no offense, fucking Bushwick kids being like, Batman's a cop, and it's like, dude, you just gentrified a neighborhood. Don't talk to me. Like, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah. So I'm over it.
This is a very valid point. Maybe we can pull Batman out of the darkness and into the light.
Sure.
I mean, the light of the public eye. I mean, he doesn't really do it for the applause. He's not like Lady Gaga.
No, yeah, Lady Gaga famously does it for the fame. Yeah.
Well, no, to be clear, that was not a dig at Lady Gaga. Real Lady Gaga fans know she has a song, "I Live for the Applause." Okay. Shout out.
Cool.
The meat dress was cool. Okay.
The meat dress.
Just because it's funny doesn't mean it's not cool. We got to keep it moving. I do want to ask. Do you stick to a nighttime routine? Or are you like most comedians where you're just a drunk savage and then you go horizontal? What's your...
No. I'm cutting back on drinking because it is affecting my sleep pretty bad. Except tonight, dude. Tip the bartender. But I do have like my small nighttime routine is probably It's really important to me. I like to be on TikTok for 95 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds healthy.
And then I go, what am I doing with my life? I should drink some water. And then I pass out. It's kind of my whole bag. Yeah.
And if you do that, you can look like this, folks, huh? One more time for Andrew Barlow. Folks, if we had more time, I was going to ask him to critique my deadlift form. It hasn't been hurting, it's just been feeling weird. You know what I mean? But there's not time for that. We have to get to your headliner!